Welcome to the 2021 Virtual Annual Meeting and Convocation of the American College of Dentists. I'm Leo Rouse, President of the American College of Dentists. We have officially begun our second century of service to the profession and the public whom we are privileged to serve. This is our second virtual session, and importantly, this is the first fellowship cohort of our second century. While the format is changed, the significance of the event certainly is not. You are participating in history. The setting for this annual convocation is the F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater in Rockville, Maryland, home to the new executive office of the ACD. The theater is co-located with the Glenview Mansion, a 1926 neoclassical revival-style house purchased by the city of Rockville in 1957 for the community to enjoy. It was included in the National Register of Historic Places in 2007. This historic location near our new organizational home is an ideal place from which to present the first annual meeting and convocation of the college's second century. It is appropriate to welcome the 2021 cohort of fellows to an organization rooted in history from a place rooted in history. On behalf of the Board of Regents, I am confident you will enjoy the event, appreciate its significance, and find it a worthy initiation to the organization that we trust and admire. We will begin with a brief business meeting, which includes an orientation to the oldest and most prestigious organization of its type, the American College of Dentists, followed by the President-elect's address. The convocation will follow this afternoon. The official business meeting of the American College of Dentists will now come to order. It is my honor to welcome you to our 2021 annual business meeting. I now invite Dr. Robert Lamb, Vice President of the college, to the podium to present the invocation.
Please stand. We are gathered here today to honor our colleagues and to welcome them as fellows of the American College of Dentists. Eternal God, Master of the universe, look with favor upon our new fellows, their families, their friends, and all who serve the great profession of dentistry. Grant us the blessing of your divine presence, enrich our hearts with compassion, and guide our college in its work to serve mankind. Bless all who teach, all who learn, and all who serve. Bless this nation, its leaders, its servicemen and women, and the American College of Dentists. Amen.
I am privileged to introduce its officers and regents of the American College of Dentists. Our officers: President-elect Richard E. Jones, Vice President Robert M. Lamb, Treasurer Robert A. Fiala, Past President Stephen A. Rawls, Executive Director Teresa S. Gonzalez. Our regents: Regent at Large Joseph P. Crowley, Regent at Large Teresa A. Dolan, Regent at Large Cecile A. Feldman, Regent at Large Stephen M. Pachuta, Regent, Regency 1, Paula K. Freeman, Regent, Regency 2, Peter H. Guevara, Regent, Regency 3, Carol M. Haynes, Regent, Regency 4, Terry L. Norris, Regent, Regency 5, Thomas E. Raymond, Regent, Regency 6, Douglas W. Bogan, Regent, Regency 7, Gary S. Yamamoto, Regent, Regency 8, Lance M. Rucker. Consultants to the American College of Dentists. Foundation, Patricia L. Blanton, Thomas J. Connolly. Our liaison to the board from the American Society of Dental Ethics, Tony M. Ruka. Our liaison from the Student Professionalism and Ethics Association,
Michael C. Maru.
And our Regent intern, Andrea M. Fenton. Your board has served you well in 2021. I know they will continue to guide the college on a productive course in the year ahead. Many thanks to all of you for all that you do to bring the work of the college to fruition. The college is organized into 8 geographic regencies and further organized into 53 sections. The sections of the college serve as a vital force in connecting our constituent fellows and extending the college's influence into the communities that we serve and have served for over 100 years. On this occasion, we wish to publicly recognize our sections and their contributions. It is always a pleasure to present awards and to recognize the contributions of our individual sections. The first award to be presented is the Section Newsletter Award. Effective communication is a prerequisite for a healthy section. The Section Newsletter Award is presented to the ACD section in recognition of outstanding achievement in the publication of a section newsletter. The award is based on overall quality, design, content, and technical excellence of the newsletter. This year, we recognize 2 winners of this prestigious award. The first Section Newsletter Award for 2021 is presented to the Florida section. The editors of the Florida section newsletter are Dr. Betty Hughes and Dr. Elizabeth Geisen Hughes. The second section newsletter award for 2021 is presented to the New England section. The editor of the New England section newsletter is Dr. Stephen Rubin. We salute your achievement and acknowledge that communication is an essential task, which has become increasingly apparent in the COVID era. The second group of awards relate to the model section designation. The model section designation is actively pursued by sections. The purpose of the program is to encourage section improvement by recognizing sections that meet standards of performance in 4 areas: membership, section projects, ACD foundation support, and commitment and communication. This year, the British Columbia, Carolinas, and the Western Pennsylvania sections earned the coveted model section designation. This is no small achievement, and we applaud their efforts. Throughout the year, we have attempted to keep the fellowship informed of college business. We will take a few minutes this morning to present some key information. First, I would like to recognize our Executive Director, Dr. Teresa Gonzalez, who will provide an orientation on the American College of Dentists and a brief report of college activities.
Thank you, Dr. Rouse. Good morning, fellows and friends of the college, and a special good morning to the soon-to-be fellows of the American College of Dentists. It is my pleasure this morning to give you a brief overview of this prestigious organization, one with a distinguished past and an equally exciting future. The American College of Dentists, your American College of Dentists. Let's start with the notion of what is a college. The notion of college generally conjures up images like this, and rightfully so. But what is the American College of Dentists? To answer this, we must talk of the concept of a college in the organizational sense, a group of dentists sharing common interest and ideals, with an azimuth set on excellence and professionalism. You might be wondering, how did you get invited for fellowship in this august organization? It was not an accident. You were invited to join the college because you're a leader and because you've made significant contributions to the profession and society. True, this is a special organization, but it's made special by its constituent fellows. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, 2 of the most valuable psychological needs we have as human beings is the need to be appreciated and the need to belong. These needs are met through peer-to-peer thanks and recognition. Today, you are family, and we welcome you home to the college. The conferring of fellowship is no small accomplishment. To become a fellow, you must be invited by your peers, and only after considerable accomplishment and the requisite sustained achievement. This afternoon, you will be joining dentistry's finest. The American College of Dentists has been a vital force in shaping the profession over the past century, and we are poised to begin our second century of service to both the profession and the public we are privileged to serve. In the weeks and months to come, you have a chance to better understand the history, the structure, and the direction of the college. I hope I can encourage your interest to actively participate in this outstanding organization. The American College of Dentists came into existence in 1920. This era is known as the Roaring Twenties, and post-war prosperity was responsible for much of that roar. Since most of you weren't around, and even your grandparents were probably haploid cells, let me point out that this was a period of great change in health professions and dentistry. The Flexner Report had been recently published and was having a profound effect on medical education, and dental education appeared to be vulnerable to a similar challenge. Proprietary dental education was also quite common and was tarnishing our image of the profession. Advanced education and training were extremely limited. Dental research was quite rare, and the little work that was being done had few avenues for being effectively communicated. Commercial control of dental journalism was rampant. In short, dentistry was facing enormous challenges. The concept of an organization without political ties that could shape dentistry was first envisioned by four leaders of the profession: John Conzett, H. Edmund Frizzell, Otto King, who were the top three officers of the American Dental Association, then called the National Dental Association. And the fourth was Arthur Davenport Black, son of Green Vardaman Black, and the president of the National Association of Dental Faculties, a forerunner of the American Dental Education Association. It is significant that these leaders of organized dentistry found it necessary to form another organization, the American College of Dentists, to address their concerns. 101 years ago, on August 20th, 1920, the four organizers and 10 other leaders of the dental profession met at Copley Plaza Hotel in Boston to found the American College of Dentists. While others, unable to attend in person, distinguished leaders from around the country also joined the founding ranks in absentia. 23 in total provided confirmation for the founding of the college. Let me emphasize, this was literally a who's who of dentistry for the time. Their actions resulted in the formation of the oldest, the most accomplished, the most influential, and the most prestigious organization of its type. The basic principles that gave rise to the college became the very essence and have endured for more than 100 years. To elevate the standards of dentistry, to encourage graduate study, and to grant fellowship to those who have done the meritorious work. These ideals represented rather bold measures for the time. They also provided the basis for the college's vital professional role in the years to come. Note that even at the dawn of the organization, there was an emphasis on ethical conduct of its members. The college was founded as an ethical, independent organization with membership by invitation only. The selective and confidential nomination process makes the college unique among dental organizations. These principles endure today. It is not possible for me to effectively convey the detailed history of the college in the time allotted. However, as the next few slides will illustrate, the college immediately immersed itself in the midst of the most critical and complicated professional issues, beginning with direct involvement with the Carnegie Foundation to reshape dental education. From the beginning, the college has emphasized its role in education and has successfully worked as a direct catalyst for the careful study and change in this area. The college was the only organization of the time stressing what we would now call continuing education. In the years that followed, the college continued to exert significant influence in the number of these areas. The college was extremely instrumental in the formation of the American Association of Dental Editors. In the 1930s, the International Association of Dental Research's Journal of Dental Research was foundering and virtually on the verge of collapse. The journal was literally saved through the college intervention. The funds raised by the college to save the Journal of Dental Research formed the basis of what would become the William John Guy's Foundation for the Achievement and Advancement of Dentistry, now the Adia Guy's Foundation. Fellows of the college represent all aspects of the profession. This has also enabled the college to become effectively involved in a wide range of practice-related issues. The college has long been concerned with dental care delivery, but these are a few of the key activities of your college. An ADA continuing education subject category of ethics, law, and professionalism was approved by the ADA Council on Dental Education and Licensure as a direct result of the college actions and initiatives. We also have an Issues in Dental Ethics section in our journal, making it the only major forum for refereed articles in dental ethics. Our Ethics Handbook for Dentists provides virtually all dental students with a guide to ethics, professionalism, and ethical decision-making. We also have an ever-growing compilation of online courses and activities in dental ethics. Yesterday, we offered a 3-hour special ethics course devoted to facilitating an ethics discussion, and we looked at leadership of the profession as well as the virtues and values that define that leadership. For these and so many more reasons, the college has been viewed as the conscience of dentistry. A number of years ago, the college initiated a major fact-based report on ethics, similar to a State of the Union report on ethics in dentistry. This report was inspired by the 1926 landmark report on dental education by William John Guy's. As a centerpiece of our centennial celebration last year, Dr. David Chambers prepared the highly anticipated American College of Dentists report, The New Professionalism. This 520-page book is a must-read and figures prominently in the phased development of our future coursework and communications platform. Now, I have mentioned our online resources in dental ethics. You can earn 44.5 hours credit of CE advanced education from 44 courses, with more to come. Over 167,000 courses have been taken online. The honor of fellowship was established to recognize outstanding dentists at a time when the profession was seen in serious disarray, to single out dentists who were role models, and in doing so, promote excellence by recognizing excellence. Our official mission, as seen here, is to advance excellence, ethics, professionalism, and leadership in dentistry. Our strategic plan is logically centered around accomplishing these goals. The college holds the profession to its highest ideals through meaningful use programs and projects both locally, regionally, and nationally. We champion initiatives in such areas as quality, high standards, leadership development, continuous personal improvement, and ethical conduct, and so very much more. We simply seek the best for dentistry. Let me briefly turn your attention to our organizational structure. The college is based upon one primary element, you, the fellows. Organizationally, we have 4 levels: fellows, sections, regencies, and the Board of Regents. The governance of the college at the national level is through the Board of Regents. The board consists of officers, elected regents that represent the 8 geographic regencies, and appointed at-large regents representing different spheres of influence in the profession of dentistry and beyond. A geographical structure was introduced in the early stages of the college to facilitate interaction and communication among fellows and to encourage grassroots involvement. We currently have 53 sections grouped into 8 geographic regencies. We are working toward a 54th section with the Student Professionalism and Ethics Association. Although this map depicts most of North America, I call your attention to the listing of our European and other international colleagues within the section and regency structure of Regency 8. You may already know many fellows of the college. I could use various statistics to describe our membership. These may be of interest, but with the time allocated, I would like to discuss the common thread that really stands out. And that is that all fellows are leaders. This includes leaders in organized dentistry, academia, research, federal service, and the community writ large. We are composed of leaders, and we have a leadership role. To quote Dr. Philip Backerby in 1963, who was in his presidential address, he opines, "The college has many functions, but the basic mission, its reason for being, is leadership." That is, to provide leadership. And I don't mean authority, I mean influence. Fellows, this is where you come in. As fellows, you must provide the guidance and vision to our profession and for our profession, because it is so desperately needed. Currently, there are 7,800 fellows. Less than 3.8% of dentists are invited into fellowship. The college was formed by leaders, for more than a century. Our fellows have courageously advocated, shaped, and led the profession. From its inception, the college has sought to honor dental professionals for their leadership and contributions through a process free from political influence. Let me offer a glimpse of the process. Your accomplishments were first recognized by 2 fellows in good standing who prepared a nomination packet on your behalf, and hopefully without your knowledge. The nomination was then submitted to the college's executive office, and it was from there reviewed by a committee of 5 highly distinguished fellows who considered your nomination without knowing the identity of your nominator or seconder. What this means is that you did not get into the college because of any special connection. This confidential peer review process has been refined only slightly over the years and continues to be of utmost importance to our college. The key features summarized here reinforce the quality and the fairness of the process. It is important to remember that the process is confidential. It is also a very selective process. There is no blanket approval of nominees. We seek quality, not quantity. Fellowship is based on who you are and what you have done. Selection for fellowship is no small accomplishment, and your individual performance delivered you here today. The college has many ongoing projects. I've already mentioned a number of the established successful college projects. These include our ethics summits, online ethics courses, ethics handouts, ethics wallet cards, ethics dilemma videos and materials, and so very much more. Besides these, we have an ambitious lineup of great emerging projects, such as the Practice Ethics Assessment and Development, the Dental Ethics Survey, the ADEA Leadership Institute Scholars, the ACD Ethics Report, ethical dilemma videos, mentoring of our fellowships and our communities, and helping student dental ethics clubs. Projects are an important means to accomplish the college's myriad missions. They allow us to positively influence dentistry and healthcare. In recognition of outstanding accomplishments, the college was awarded the prestigious Guys Award for Achievement in 2011 from the Adia Guys Foundation. The projects naturally generate opportunity cost, and fortunately the college has an organizational partner, the American College of Dentists Foundation, which essentially serves as the fundraising arm of the college. The foundation was established in 1972 to enable the college to raise funds through tax-deductible gifts, which in turn are used to support the projects and initiatives of the college. The college projects I have just summarized are virtually all supported by the foundation. Our foundation also enables us to provide our materials to the schools and organizations on an entirely complementary basis. The Guys Fellow and Guys Benefactor programs were started to recognize ardent supporters of the foundation. In the recent past, the Jerome Bright Miller Family Foundation bequeathed $1 million to the foundation. The college also received a bequest of more than $500,000 from Dr. Julianne Blewett Foster and Dr. Roscoe Foster. As you are undoubtedly aware, Dr. Julianne Blewett Foster was the first female president of the college. As part of our centennial celebration, we launched a highly successful capital campaign entitled, "Your College is on the Move." And we mean that quite literally and figuratively. Thank you for your generous support. Your private philanthropy efforts have provided a permanent home for the college in the West End Historic District in Rockville, Maryland. And this beautiful building has been renovated, and the college executive offices have been relocated to this location. Our staff resides there. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly, or our Director of Operations, Ms. Susan Pittman, or our Director of Finance, Sergey Laguesse, or Erica Royal, Adrian Campos, or Mushkan Saheli if you need assistance as you become part of the college family. By the way, they have been crucial to producing this virtual meeting and convocation, and I'd like to take this time to thank them publicly. The college provides a number of avenues for communication and interaction among fellows within our profession. You will soon receive the college's newsletter, the ACD News, which provides information on college activities and the fellows. The Journal of the American College of Dentists was started in 1934, and for many years it was under the editorship of Dr. William John Guys. The journal continues today under the expert editorship of attorney Nanette Ulster. It is a first-class publication and something you can be very proud of. I mentioned becoming active in the college. Soon you will have an opportunity to participate in activities through section, regency, meetings, the annual meeting, as well as other venues such as conferences and our travel program. Please take a look at our website when you get a chance. It contains a lot of useful information, and it includes an online membership directory for members only. You can visit that at acd.org. There are other tangible benefits to being a fellow. The college offers complimentary continuing education at our annual meeting, at our Leaders Skills workshops, and at other conferences. This afternoon, you will be officially inducted as a Fellow of the American College of Dentists. This ceremony is steeped in tradition, and during this virtual ceremony, you will be welcomed by the leadership of the college. Fellowship is bestowed by our college. Among the symbols included in the convocation will be the college torch and mace. The torch symbolizes the vision and guiding light of the founders. The mace, a symbol of authority, includes the engraved names of 20 of the most eminent and preeminent contributors to the dental profession. During the convention ceremony, your name will be called, but no rank, title, or position will be announced. Thus, the educator, the scientist, the general practitioner, the specialist, and whether you're from a small town or a large metropolitan area, we all receive fellowship in precisely the same manner. Your fellowship certificate is engraved only with your name. Although we contribute in different ways, our fellowship is equal. You have received a gold and enameled pen that is a replica of the college seal. We hope that you will wear this pen with pride for years to come, as you are representing your commitment to a strong and vital organization. As part of my official duties, I am somewhat obliged to provide a brief report of the aspects of the college. Officially, we have a robust slate of candidates for induction in 2021. There are also several new board members. Our officers for 2021 are, and as follows, our President, Leo E. Rouse, President-elect, Richard E. Jones, Vice President, Robert M. Lamb, and Treasurer, Robert A. Fiala. Immediate past president is Stephen A. Rawls. New regents for 2021 include Thomas E. Rainman, Joseph P. Crowley, and Peter H. Guevara. Soon you will be fellows with all the rights and responsibilities associated with so significant an achievement. So what happens now? As I've tried to stress, honoring dentists for their meritorious achievements is only part of what the college is about. Fellowship carries with it responsibilities that you will be affirming this afternoon. What I would like to do is articulate a few expectations. We have an expectation that you will be active in the college and participate in college events. We can really use your leadership and your talents to help us. I encourage you to become actively involved in your section. We also have an expectation that you will nominate qualified candidates for fellowship. There is no better way to start your involvement with the college than through the nomination process. The nomination forms have been simplified, and our office can give you all the help you need in helping you prepare these nomination packets. Expectations go two ways. I hope you have an expectation that the college will continue to build on its proud history and its record of accomplishment. I hope that you will also have an expectation that the college as an organization will continue to develop activities and projects that encourage your participation. Time is valuable for all of us. We want the college to compete successfully for some of your time. It is your organization now, and you have a stake in it. We want you to be as proud of the college as we are. Upcoming activities include what is just around the corner. Obviously, I hope that you can attend our next annual in-person meeting in Houston, Texas, or perhaps our next travel program, an Eastern European cruise in 2022. In review, candidates for fellowship of the American College of Dentists, we welcome you. Let me conclude this orientation by reviewing several key points. We advance ethics, excellence, professionalism, and leadership. The honor of fellowship is very important, but as I have tried to stress, the college does more than award fellowships. The college has a record of making a difference in dentistry and actively working to improve our profession. The college is not a political organization. The college is known as the conscience of dentistry. Leadership is a characteristic shared by all fellows. And lastly, you are exceptional people joining an extraordinary organization. As our second century of service has begun, and you are poised to usher in a new era. Ethics will continue to be a mission-essential task for the college, because as the ancient ethos portends, the best care occurs in the context of personal and professional relationship to gain the patient's trust. Trust is the bedrock, and trust is not negotiable. Welcome to the historic F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater, this year's setting for your virtual convocation. I hope that you will come to more fully understand the strength and vitality of the college, its proud history, and its promising future. It has been said that the most predictable future is the one that you create. You have already helped shape the future of the profession. Fellowship in the American College of Dentists offers you the very real prospect of joining your colleagues in also shaping the future of this organization. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You are immensely talented individuals, and we are very honored to have each and every one of you in our ranks. As Executive Director of the American College of Dentists, it has been my pleasure to address you this morning. Now, please enjoy the events that we have prepared for you in your honor. Welcome to the family, and welcome home. Thank you, Mr. President. That concludes the Executive Director's report.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Next, I would like to ask the Treasurer of the American College of Dentists, Dr. Robert A. Fiala, to present the Treasurer's report.
You're on, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm pleased to inform you that the financial basis for the college is strong. We continue to carefully plan and evaluate our programs and our expenses. It is important to note that the college is audited annually by an independent outside accounting firm. One of the most concentrated activities of your Board of Regents is developing meaningful, viable programs that are consistent with our mission of advancing excellence, ethics, professionalism, and leadership. As Dr. Gonzalez mentioned, your dues support a number of important initiatives. These activities make a difference in dentistry. You can be very proud of them. We have also explored different ways to raise non-dues revenue to mitigate the pressures of rising administrative expenses. I strongly encourage you to help support our efforts to raise non-dues revenue by visiting the online ACD gallery and by making bids on some of the offerings at the Foundation's virtual silent auction. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fiala. At this time, Dr. Gary Yamamoto will pay tribute to our deceased members.
Thank you, President Rouse. May we take a moment to recognize friends and colleagues who contributed so much to the college and to dentistry. During the past year, a number of our fellows have passed away, leaving a distinct void in our lives. The names of these fellows are revealed on the screen, and they remain in dignified repose in our hearts in perpetuity. As of the last full measure of devotion, I will now add one flower to the spray of roses to honor our dear departed friends and colleagues.
Thank you, Dr. Yamamoto. Dr. Stephen A. Rawls, President of the American College of Dentists Foundation, has prepared a report by the ACD Foundation. Dr. Rawls.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you know, the American College of Dentists Foundation is the collaborative partner of the college, providing support to the specific programs and new initiatives of the college. Most of the projects that Dr. Gonzalez mentioned earlier involved the foundation. The foundation is a very active force in our efforts to improve oral health care and elevate the standards of dentistry. Our plans to expand college programs face the stark reality that such ambitions are limited by the finances available to support those programs. The Centennial Capital Campaign was launched last year to usher in our next century of service to our profession. For this campaign, fellows and friends of the college were invited to make a visible and permanent mark on the new headquarters building by purchasing a brick for the legacy walkway in front of the building. The continued generosity of our fellows and supporters is evidenced by the new walkway paved with commemorative bricks, and so far has raised $155,000 for scholarships and ethics workshops. The college had a record number of similar donations sent in with dues payments. These smaller but no less impactful contributions sustain the work of the college and foundation, allowing the ACD to broaden its reach by providing enhanced content. Larger donations also contributed to the success of the Centennial Campaign and made it necessary to establish 2 additional Circle member designations. In addition to the original 5 designations, the Founders Circle and the Centennial Circle were created. We continue to add Guy's Fellows and Guy's Benefactors, both popular programs, and along with the Circle levels, they are described in detail on our website. Last year, the Gene Hopeman Fellowship Ambassador Program was established by private philanthropy to support our international and young dentist outreach efforts related to fellowship. The estate of Dr. Julianne Blewett Foster, the college's first female president, bequeathed $500,000 to the college, and these funds will be used for leader development and scholarships from the newly created Dr. Julianne Blewett Foster Fund. I hope you will consider a gift to the foundation, whether as a Circle member, a Guy's Fellow or Guy's Benefactor, a planned gift, or bidding in our silent auction. Your support is most appreciated, and the effect of your support will be felt far into the future. Lastly, like the ACD, the foundation is audited annually by an independent auditing firm. On behalf of the ACD Foundation, it is my privilege at this time to honor 10 fellows of the college with the presentation of the ACD Lifetime Achievement Award for their 50 years of service and involvement in the American College of Dentists. This award was established by a generous contribution from Dr. Samuel D. Harris in 1986. Those fellows receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award for 2021 are Dr. Lillian H. Bachman, New York, New York; Dr. Gordon J. Christensen, Provo, Utah; Dr. Joseph A. Devine, Cheyenne, Wyoming; Dr. Alan F. Goldberg, Frankfort, Illinois; Dr. James Gattuso, Delray Beach, Florida; Dr. Ralph B. King, Monroe, Louisiana; Dr. Ralph E. Knowles, Jr., Pensacola, Florida; Dr. Alfred L. Ogilvie, Vancouver, British Columbia; Dr. Homer S. Samuels, Brentwood, Tennessee; and Dr. Anthony R. Volpe, Somerset, New Jersey. Since it was not possible for any of the recipients to join us today due to the ongoing COVID-19 concerns, their engraved medals and certificates will be delivered to them or presented by their sections. Sadly, Dr. Ralph E. Knowles, Jr., Dr. Anthony R. Volpe, and Dr. Alfred L. Ogilvie passed away before today's ceremony, and their awards will be shared with their families. That concludes the report of the ACD Foundation. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Rawls. Now it is my distinct pleasure to call upon President-elect Dr. Richard E. Jones to present his address. Dr. Jones.
Greetings, distinguished guests, President Rouse, Board of Regents, fellows, and friends of the American College of Dentists. Well, for the second annual meeting in a row, we're pandemic virtual, but I'm no less pleased to be with you. I'm truly proud and excited to have the opportunity to serve as your president during a time of great change as we look forward to a future of new possibilities and reimagined potential. Congratulations to our new fellows, and thank you to the families and teams who've contributed to your impressive professional milestone. The American College of Dentists is the oldest and most prestigious dental organization of its type. Fellowship is a significant honor, as we represent less than 4% of dentists. Your selection has been based upon your ability and your willingness to contribute and to enhance the profession. Can you sense that I'm going to give you an assignment? The American College of Dentists is not so much an honorary organization as it is a visionary working body. The college has been the guiding light of the profession for 101 years as dentistry transformed from a guild to a profession. The college developed standards for education, for research, and for journalism when there were none. We have foreseen difficulties and inspired like-minded groups to action. We have advanced excellence, ethics, leadership, and professionalism for a century. Most of you don't know me, don't know why I'm here. I'm not a politician, not an academician, not ADA president, not a dean, not a colonel. I'm just a proud practitioner who's cared and believed in striving for the highest ideals. I entered my state dental school because I believed that I could be a professional that served the public. I completed a prosthodontic program at Indiana because I believed in excellence. I invented a model of care that defined the first full-time private practice of prosthodontics in my state because I believed that treating patients with the highest standard of excellence and professionalism was my calling. I served the Indiana Dental Association as chair of the Council on Peer Review for 3 decades because I believe that standards of care define the professional. I served on the American College of Prosthodontists Board of Directors for 14 years because I believed in the need for specialty expertise on the dental team. I've served many positions on the local, state, and national level, in each one because I believe in a sacred profession that serves the needs of the public, and I care enough to want to do my part. Over the past 50 years, my service has focused on the advancement of excellence, ethics, and professionalism for our noble profession of dentistry. Even as I express my profound gratitude for my bounty and for this great organization, we need to talk about a growing problem, the status of our profession. It's a real concern. As we enter our 2nd century, we see profound change and challenge for dentistry. Changes in education, funding, cost, and debt. Challenges related to technology, the quantity and the quality of information, evolving practice paradigms, increasing overhead, supplies, equipment, salaries, stagnant insurance reimbursement, access to care issues, equality, commercialism, and relationships with the healthcare sector, government, and society are all contributing to a drift in our purpose. Ask yourself, where are we headed? So why are we here? What are our core values? We enter and exit dental school with the best of ideals: beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and autonomy. As time passes, the reality of our dualistic healthcare profession / business shifts our focus. At first glance, one might associate dentistry with a commercial venture: entrepreneurship, maybe high-tech office, media-savvy business. But if you go to a quiet place to reflect deeply on the core values of the profession, imagine you're writing the history of dentistry or preparing the eulogy. What will it say? What would your own practice experience reveal? Once we revisit dentistry's core values, we can recommit to practicing with dedication and consistency of purpose. We have viewed dentistry as a disciplined group who adhere to ethical standards and are accepted by the public as possessing special knowledge and a widely recognized body of learning derived from research, education, and training at a high level, and who are prepared to apply this knowledge and exercise these skills in the interest of others, and that these activities are governed by a code of ethics. Regrettably, there are those who envision dentistry as something less. In other words, not a profession so much as a business opportunity. They see themselves as a business independent of professional concerns. So what is the value of being a profession? Why bother? There are many incalculable benefits to being ethical and having integrity. They include being trusted, having the privilege to apply unique expertise for the benefit of others, and to change lives. Members of a profession are automatically afforded opportunities for respect in the community, to provide service, leadership, and even enhanced income, and long-term stability of those benefits. But those incredible benefits may not be enough for some. The singular hallmark of being recognized as a profession is self-governance. Self-governance is a great responsibility and a remarkable privilege. The knowledge of dentistry is so unique and technical that only an individual with that specialized knowledge can accurately judge a dental professional and appreciate the scope of treatment systems and evaluate outcomes. What are the consequences of the loss of dentistry as a profession? On one hand, some might reap a short-term financial gain with loosened standards for treatment. This short-sighted approach, however, will produce the dire and irreparable repercussions of loss of respect and professional status in our society, even including increased liability and decreased income. But the most significant consequence of being just a retail business is that of being judged and regulated by bodies that do not understand or appreciate the science, art, and challenges of dentistry. The consequence will hurt everyone: the good actors, the bad actors, and the patients. What are we supposed to be doing? Have our values changed? The benefits of being a profession have been so ripe and plentiful that organized dentistry and our educational system have been able to focus on enhancing clinical science and the evidence-based delivery of oral health care. Dentists have enjoyed incomes in the top 10 or even 1% without concentrating on practice efficiencies or high production models. The responsibilities of operating a small business have not been emphasized. That has presented a significant profit opportunities that has not gone unnoticed by non-dentist entrepreneurs. And the new dentist debt crisis has punctuated that income opportunity. And we've been slow to react to evolving values. We've been slow to react to rising economic, societal, and governmental pressures. We've been slow to use revolutionary communication systems. Our notice that paper's not read, and perhaps most detrimental, that social media is replacing science with anecdote, even in dentistry. Practitioners are looking for clinical guidance online and on iPhone instead of from peer-reviewed sources. Standards of care define the professional. Evidence-based treatment is standard of care. Anecdotal influence is not. Providing treatment beyond training and experience is not standard of care. Providing treatment without diagnosis and planning is not standard of care. Treatment options based upon profit without adequate informed consent is not standard of care. Providing service outside the bounds of dentistry is not standard of care. Have you seen these activities in your community? When too many of us operate outside of the standard of care, the profession is jeopardized. All professions and occupations have a few bad actors, and regulatory systems deal with that small minority. But when trends encourage the proliferation of bad actors, the status of the profession is jeopardized for all, including our patients. And that is when we all must actively engage a chart of course correction. So how are we supposed to act? What are appropriate initiatives for the college and for you? Dentistry is at a crossroads. Which road will we take? Why will we take it? If you don't find the concept of retail dentistry appealing, don't lose hope. There are actions that you can take now to enhance the profession of dentistry. Integrity must matter more than income. Science, ethics, and inclusivity should undergird the effort. And there's much that you can actively support. And this is your job assignment. Mentorship should be revived in dentistry as a paradigm. You can find a mentee tomorrow. Large group practices, including dental service organizations, DSOs, are a reality of 21st century healthcare. They must be embraced and guided. In fact, we can develop DSO models based upon science, professionalism, and efficiency. Qualified leaders from all areas of the profession must be welcomed to the college, as they are all necessary to advance the mission. You can look beyond the usual sources to find outstanding contributors that deserve fellowship. A history of student leadership is a good indicator for fellowship. Outreach should include minority groups, specialty organizations, the Academy of General Dentistry, DSOs, and all other groups that are engaged in oral health care delivery. Access to care must become more universal. Dentistry should seek to integrate oral health into the healthcare team as allied members. We should adapt allied health practice concepts because they work and it's necessary for our future. Diagnosis and treatment planning must be emphasized as the defining skills of the clinician dentist. Evidence-based information must be presented in a usable and readily retrievable format that is easy to access, as easy as social media. Peer-reviewed science and integrity must be demanded from continuing education providers. Qualified experts should be recognized as authorities. Anecdotal evidence from social media should be viewed with skepticism as it potentially deprives the patient of the information that is necessary to inform their consent. Social media should be used to disseminate relevant and validated clinical science. Critical thinking and rigorous evaluation of information, including continuing education, print, and social media, should be mandated as a curriculum standard in education and also as a best practice. Providers should recognize limitations and know when to seek specialized expertise for the needs of the patient. Curriculum standards can provide guidance. We must strive to make it easier to be ethical and create a community that recognizes and rewards ethics and professionalism. Good actors should be offered continuous support and guidance and provided with opportunities to lead the way. Bad actions must be reviewed and dealt with through professional processes and regulatory bodies. That act of self-governance is the keystone for being a profession, and it must be a recognizable activity. Our 3 steps for continued success as a profession are: first, revisit our core values and mission, why we are here. Next, use those values in an intelligent, intentional, and consistent manner to direct initiatives, education, communication, and practice concepts. The mission-directed approach, what we are supposed to be doing. And finally, find the appropriate balance of the science of dentistry, the art of practice, and the responsibility of business ownership with our societal contract as professionals, how we are supposed to act. The prospects for dentistry are brighter than ever before. The advances in science, technology, patient safety initiatives, patient care concepts, and practice efficiencies open the door for increased quality and access to care. And SPIA is our brightest light, as they will become the guiding light for future generations of professionals. Throughout our long and laudable history, the college has flourished with a small core of dynamic leaders and large cohort of deeply committed fellows. Now we all must actively embrace and advance the mission to enhance excellence, ethics, professionalism, and leadership. We all must reach out to students and new graduates. We must embrace all of dentistry. Many of us are dedicated leaders for other organizations, but the college mission must be our collective priority, and we must imbue our mission within all ranks. We all must imbue our mission within all ranks. We have benefited so much from dentistry, and our job now is to carry the guiding light forward. In the future, who practices dentistry and how they practice will be of great significance to the profession and to the public. Competence, compassion, and cultural sensitivity will be critical, and courageous advocacy will be required to ensure that dentistry remains a viable profession for the benefit of the public and for future generations of dentists. I believe in the future of the profession because I believe in you. I believe in our collective ability to lead the college in its second century of service to humanity. Please, all of you, take up the torch wherever and whenever you can.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. We extend our very best wishes to you as you lead the college forward in the coming year. That concludes the 2021 Annual Business Meeting of the American College of Dentists. Thank you for joining us.